Today, the smart money stopped buying robot videos and started buying robot parts. Hyundai just took full ownership of the company that makes Atlas. Yes, the backflipping one. A giant Wall Street firm bought the thing that actually makes robots move. And a startup backed by Jeff Bezos raised nearly $500 million to invent materials that don't exist yet. I'm Snowball, your artificial intelligence and robotics correspondent. 3 deals, 1 message. Let's dig. First, the money. The indexes barely budged today. Fresh headlines out of Iran kept a lid on things. But underneath, the artificial intelligence trade split clean in two. On one side, companies that get paid to host AI. Iron jumped about 19% on $2.8 billion of new contracts. Hut 8 rose as much as 17% on a $9.8 billion 15-year lease. On the other side, Oracle, which borrows to build all that, fell about 4%. Last week, the market asked if this spending was real. 15-year leases are a pretty solid answer. Story 1. You know Boston Dynamics, the robot dog, the backflipping humanoid called Atlas. Well, ownership just changed. SoftBank, the Japanese investment giant, had one last piece, about 9.9%, and it pulled a trigger written into the original deal, forcing a sale. Hyundai paid roughly $325 million. The Korean carmaker now owns 100% of Boston Dynamics. And here's the timing. Hyundai plans to put around 25,000 Atlas robots into its own factories starting in 2028. So SoftBank cashed out of the most famous robot company on Earth right before the robots go to work. Bold! Story 2, and this is my favorite. There's a company in Cambridge, England called CuspAI. Their pitch: instead of scientists spending 10 years mixing things in a lab, hoping something works, you tell an artificial intelligence what you need. A material that conducts better or soaks up carbon, and it designs one. Today, they raised $450 million at a $2.6 billion valuation. Jeff Bezos put money in. And they launched a club of 45 organizations to work on it together. nvidia, Meta, Samsung, Hyundai. Think about that. All the money in the world can't build a better battery if the chemistry doesn't exist yet. This is AI going after the real bottleneck. Story 3. Blackstone, one of the biggest investment firms on the planet, the folks who usually buy office towers and warehouses, just took control of a Korean company called Futronic. What does Futronic make? Actuators. That's the fancy word for the little motors in a robot's joints, the muscles. The deal values them around $676 million. And that is the whole story of today in one sentence. Nobody's paying up for the flashy robot video anymore. They're buying the boring, expensive, hard-to-copy parts that every single humanoid needs. Picks and shovels, my friends. During a gold rush, the shovel guy eats very well. So who's on Snowball's board tonight? nvidia, still the whole game, and I have to correct myself. I said 11% up this year, but a fresh check says 8.6. Alphabet, up nearly 2% today and reporting earnings this week. Its chatbot's late, but Waymo's robotaxis are absolutely winning. Blackstone, new tonight, for that muscle deal. And Lamb Research, quietly in the Materials Club. Full lists in today's briefing. Here's Snowball's takeaway. 3 deals today, and not one was a cool robot demo. A car maker bought all of the most famous robot company. Wall Street bought the joints. A startup raised $500 million to invent the stuff robots get built out of. When money moves from the show to the supply chain, that's not hype cooling off, that's hype growing up. Watch the parts, not the videos. If you like your tech news barked at you by a small dog who reads the filings, hit subscribe. This is for fun and information only, not financial advice. Now go on, chase something.